go. All right, all right, all right. We are live. We are live. Well, not live though. It's
Yes.
let me not say
Well,
live.
this is some form of life. We
It's
are
some
live.
form of life. Yes, it's some
Mhm.
form of life.
There you go.
After a couple of planning, yes, we are there. TNT Sports. We are here, people. As the new season starts, this is where you get all your latest updates, laughter, banter, and tears for the opposing, especially those the team in the other team in. Let me not say the team in red, the team in London. The,
Yeah, there are a couple of teams in London, so
no, the
no
red
one
team,
is
the
going
red
to take
team.
this personal. We're not
No,
going
no,
to take this personal.
no, it's not personal. We are making sure
Yeah,
that everyone gets what's required as long as
what they
they're on the right
deserve.
side. What they deserve. Yes.
Okay.
What they deserve. So people, this is our first season and our first episode. So we want to welcome you guys. But just like when you go to everyone's house, please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Thank you so much. But yes, let me introduce myself. I'm
Just
Tunde.
just before you go
Yes,
on, all our channels you would find TNT Sports. Okay, TNT
absolutely.
Sports,
All right.
Twitter, YouTube,
YouTube,
wherever you
TikTok.
look for us, TikTok, we're right in there. So just
Yes.
look out for us. Okay,
Yes.
thank
Wherever
you.
you want to get the best of Manchester United and the worst of Arsenal, you guys should come to TNT Sports.
Well,
this is your one-stop shop.
all right.
Your
Go ahead.
one-stop
You were
shop.
introducing yourself.
So yes, my name is Yo. I'm sure you guys are wondering TNT. So of course it's not Honey Tea or is I'm Tunde, and on my other side I have Tunde as well. That's why it's TNT
Correct.
Sports. So I want to welcome you guys. We're glad to have you guys come on. And yeah, let's start. Tunde, how you feeling about the coming season?
Uh, it's going to be a great season. A couple of purchases from the big players, right?
True, true.
Even mine, you splashed in the market. So I mean,
Just a
yeah.
little,
So
just a light work, light
yeah.
work.
So I feel it's going to be a great season. Tottenham splashed, Arsenal, City, and Liverpool, who even won the season last year, right?
Yes,
They made
true.
some really big purchases. I'm still looking to buy Isaac as well.
Yes,
So
that's
I feel like it's going to be really competitive. I might get a few surprises as well. So we'll see how the season. But it's feeling good. I support Arsenal, as you see, and I'm really excited from the preseason, and we'll see where it goes from there.
well, as assuming people used to win trophies, Arsenal. I
Yeah.
would say Arsenal have had the best preseason, cause but we've I've had a good laugh. They've entertained me with a couple of losses,
Yeah.
and yeah. But I think the first place we're gonna start with is VG14. How are you guys feeling?
The mask man.
Oh my god.
The mask man. You guys are going to get used to seeing that all season. Now, I feel Arsenal still needs one more purchase
Okay.
for the left wing, in my opinion, right? And I don't think it's easy, like everyone is saying, right? Um, we actually need an out and out winger, in my opinion. Someone who's going to hug the wings and who can cross the ball, get the ball quickly into the box.
But
That
that's why you have Madueke. I believe that's why I
yeah,
spent 22 million pounds on Madueke.
yeah, it's going to come good, but in the long term, I see him on the right wing with Saka. I'm going to see him on the right wing with Saka, but he can also deputize on the left wing as well. But for VG14, like you called him, the master, um, scored a lot of goals, right, in Sporting and in
Yes,
Europe
54,
last season,
54 goals last season.
4 goals and all that. My hope is if he can. I mean, I don't expect him to replicate that in the EPL. Very few strikers come from those parts of Europe to replicate that, right? However, if he's able to give Arsenal about 50% of that, right? In terms of output, then it'll be a great season. I don't think at the moment we have any striker who's able to give us over 25 goals, in all competition. So if
Kai
we
Havertz was close based on before he got injured. He was on the road to 30
well,
goals.
well, he got injured and he didn't get there. Hopefully, we have enough to get us over there. Cross the line. If we can get, I would look for a specialist winger in Leao, one of those guys. I actually wish we got Kudus because I've been watching a few of his games. He's looking good on the
Yes.
right
He played very well today.
Yeah, he played very well today as well against PSG. In fact, it was, in my opinion, until the game turned on his head, Kudus was like the outstanding player for me. He took very good care of the ball, made all the right passes, taking people on and all that. He would have flourished on the left wing for Arsenal. But hey, we decided to go for Madueke. Once you put on the Arsenal jersey, we support you. So either which ways, even if we don't get a winger, yeah, we should be able to be fine with Madueke, Martinelli, and Trossard as well.
Yeah. From what I can see, you guys have spent 100 and let's just say 200 million pounds so far.
Yeah, thereabout.
Kepa 5 million, Zubimendi 51 million, Northgard 15 million, Madueke 52, Mosquera 13, and VG 14, 63.5.
Yeah,
bringing you guys to a total of almost 200 million.
Yes,
I speak to a lot of Arsenal fans and they say, Arteta, this is your last chance.
Yeah. So yeah, if you think about it, right? I wouldn't say it's his last chance. However, I would say he's getting close. That's where I stand. He's getting close. Because this is a young team, right? It's a young core of the core of the team itself is very young, right? So when you look at the next 2 to 3 years, I would presume, and players are coming into their prime faster now, right? Previously, players used to come into their prime when they are 28, 27, 28. But you're seeing players come into their prime at 24, 25, 26 now. So I presume that the Sakas of this world still have the next step to take, right? Odegaard and all that. Now, if they are not winning, there are chances that you start to lose these guys when they come into their prime, right? So that's where I see the struggle will be. Because if the club sees that it starts to lose some of these guys, then we might have to let him go and get a coach that might be able to take them to the next level. Who knows?
But you cannot say another 2 to 3 years. Come on, in my calculation, Arsenal is in phase 13. The last 3 years, you're becoming second. Yes. So you're saying that we should give Arteta another. Are you saying we should give Arteta another 2 to 3 years? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying to the Arsenal fans right now, to the Arsenal base, that you should give Arteta another 2 to 3 years? Let it be known out there that Arteta deserves.
You just want to hear what you want to hear.
I'm not saying.
Simply is players are coming into their prime, so they need to start winning.
No, so I'm just saying, if you're becoming second, it means you've been showing evidence of winning. You beat Real Madrid last season. So this season should be that season. Even if you guys didn't win the Emirates Cup this season.
We're going to stop this season. You can hold that.
So if you don't win anything, what do we expect?
I don't know. I don't speak for the club.
No, however, but you're the fan. You guys are going to do it.
No, I don't speak for the club. However, if we don't win anything this year, that's why I say he's getting close. If we don't win anything this year, if he gets sacked, I won't be shocked. However, I would still give him one more year,
so two seasons. 2 seasons.
Yes.
25, 26, and 26, 27.
Absolutely.
Folks, you guys are heading from the horse's mouth.
Absolutely.
Your favorite Arsenal fan has said Arteta deserves another season.
Wait. Why will the Arsenal matter?
No. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
He has spent 200 million this summer, and you say we should give him one, and even if he doesn't win another season. Okay,
absolutely,
guys.
I'm going to be patient, and I'll tell you why. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I see United not being patient with coaches. Sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Hold on.
Because this is Manchester United. This jersey represents a
Moyes,
This represents a whole lot.
Can I land? Just let me ask you the same question, right? You were on the flip side, right? You guys have been impatient with your.
No, we've been patient.
No, you've been impatient when you compare it to us. The fake Guardiola, right? You guys fired him. And then from the fake Guardiola, outside of that, you brought in the wonder boy from Europe, right?
Who's the wonder boy from Europe?
He's supposed to be the wonder boy coach from Europe. You brought him in from Sporting. Now
he came in mid-season.
Would you let me finish? Come on, let me finish asking the question. Let me finish asking the question.
Yeah,
we've seen coaches come in mid-season and they make magic. Okay, so that's not an excuse.
If they have the right tools and the right system, if they have the right tools and the right system,
he's supposed to be a great coach, right? Supposed to be a great coach.
He's a young manager. He's a young manager.
Would you let me land? You brought him in mid-season, right? He took the club, at least maintained the position. When you brought him in, you guys were at around 12th position. You guys regressed for that all the way to 17. Now, this is my question. What is your expectation for this season? Top 4, top 5, top 17?
So this is what I'm going to say. This is my honest review.
Yeah.
We're in a transition period. Whatever I believe, whatever we faced it. And now we are gradually transitioning into the next phase. That's why we are phasing out players that do not buy into the culture. A lot of things are changing. We have a Coca-Cola partnership. We have a new training facility.
That has nothing to do with winning on the pitch. Bro.
No. I'm just telling you how the mentality and everything is changing. We're watching a salary cap.
You also fix the little rules.
The players we are getting now are players that want to represent this badge. Okay. The players that love this badge. Okay. Every player during preseason, they ask every player. It's all about we. They are seeing it. Once we're going to start the season, starting from August 17, once we start gaining that momentum, now we are not yet there. And I've always said it takes a while to fix all our issues. But last season we scored about 44 goals. Now we brought in a Matheus Cunha and just Mbeumo. That is almost 40 goals in addition. I'm calculating based on what they did last season. Now we bought
everyone in the.
I'm not saying I'm expecting United to outscore, but what I'm saying is we are gradually.
With Chesco, yes. 40 plus. That's 40.
No.
Amongst just those three players, you expect about 65 goals from.
No, what I'm trying to say is that the challenges we had in which we were not scoring is we're addressing that now.
Wait, bro.
Based on what we have.
Humble? Why
no.
When we were discussing ourselves just a few seconds ago, your voice was very loud.
Based on what we have. Based on what we have, right? Based on what we have right now. We've got a good squad, a growing squad, fantastic group of players, right? Yeah. Now, we've addressed our attacking issues. We still need to address two more issues, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if we're able to get the next our Makalele, the next Mikel Obi, the beast of the beast. I already know you are a Baliba. You are a Baliba. You believe in him. Yes. Once I'm able to get my African brother back in, I can forgive the goalkeeping and we're addressing next summer. But if we have the extra funds to get it, if we're able to get that steal, the person that can drive the ball, press resistance, and this guy is skillful. For a 20-year-old, is amazing. I even think, in my opinion, is better than Caicedo, better than the likes of the Makalele, better than the likes of the Kante. This is the Roy Keane in the making. This is the Michael Carrick in the making. Okay. That is my opinion. That is how I see it.
I like how you're hyping this. However,
if he comes in, I'll be looking at the top four. But with what we have,
if he doesn't come in,
that's our top six.
Top six, okay.
Top six.
So if your coach does not get a top six, with or without Baliba, what happens? Do you sack him?
So what I'm going to say is we're going to see how the season plays out. We're playing one game a week. As you're aware, we also entered the Carabao Cup early. We are playing our first fixture in between Fulham and Burnley game, and we're going to play Grimsby Town. So we're going to build confidence starting from August 17. Once we start getting the players say that, look, the players are buying into his system. right?
So
We
can
just
I
need,
ask a question on that
yeah,
system
sure,
vision?
yeah,
So do you think, because I on a serious note now, right?
yes,
On a
yes.
serious note. So I think there's an issue structurally with the way Amorim wants to play. I think three at the back is not sustainable in Premiership.
It depends
That's
on how you look at it.
okay.
Conte won with three at the back. Managers are won with three at the back. They've
Okay.
won the Champions League with three at the back.
So no, so I would say that actually Conte won with five at the back.
It depends on how you look at it. It
No.
depends on the
So
pieces. See,
no, you know the way this
you did the right. You did the right set of pieces. It's like a chess game. You need the right set of individuals to make. That's why I said once we have the Baleba. Bear in mind, people forget that last season we were creating chances, but unfortunately, my brother, my Scandinavian brother, was just not up to par.
Have you forgotten his name? The fake Haaland.
No, he's not fake. Let's not forget, this is just a 20-year-old boy. He's still trying to learn
I
his
don't
trade.
remember you giving them Saka the same.
No,
grace
I can't give
when they
Saka
were
the
20
same
years
grace
old.
because he came through the league, and I've never said I like Saka. He's a fantastic player.
Oh,
He
you
is
do?
a fantastic
This is the
player.
first time I'm hearing you say this.
No,
by the
no,
way.
no. Saka is a fantastic player, but
Okay, absolutely.
there's been a decline in his game ever since he got back from injury, and I can tell you for a fact, if
Okay.
Arsenal fans don't want to accept it, there is. In fact, I was listening somewhere today, and people are like, "Look, Saka doesn't take on players anymore. Look at when during your preseason game, the young boy Max Dorman, when he comes in, he's exciting, he's explosive, he's doing those things you used to see from Saka. Saka is,
So
I get what Saka is
if you
trying to
watch,
do.
if you actually watched objectively, okay,
I
the
can never watch
difference,
Arsenal's game objectively.
absolutely, and I understand. I respect the gift. The
It's,
difference is
it's just,
when a
it's just,
15
I cannot
when
respect
a
it.
15-year-old comes in, right?
Yes,
Professional footballers are not going to respect him. So they are going to mark him one-on-one. That's the difference. When a Saka is on the ball, you still get 2-3 players marking him. And that's why, if you see, the other side for Arsenal is very important. The minute we're able to get a player who is as deadly on the other side of the field, playing the left side, then
okay.
it releases pressure from this side. Everyone knows that you can leave Martinelli alone one-on-one.
That's my question. What happened to the Ricky Martinelli, the Brazilian dancer?
Well,
Why you guys
everyone
always
now
say that?
understands that. Everyone now understands that all you have to do is give him enough space and he will run the ball out. He puts his head on the floor and just stay with him.
So
That's
that
it.
was why you guys brought in Sterling. He was meant to learn from Sterling.
Well,
What
unfortunately,
that
Sterling could not
project
even push
Sterling.
himself. We're thinking of
So
even pushing Chelsea,
so
having a deal with Chelsea to sell Sterling to you guys. Because
so now,
obviously you needed another winger.
so
We
now
cannot leave
so
him.
now so now where does this leave you guys? Right, going into the
Yeah.
season.
So
Going into the season, you have Saka on the right. Obviously, it's obvious you guys have three strikers now. You have Mikel Merino, you
so
have Kai Havertz, and you have VG14.
before we land on where it leads us, the one thing I'm going to say, however, is I think Arteta needs to also change the style of game, right? A little bit. It's too predictive. People understand that once we play 4-3-3, right? People already know that we're going to dominate the ball. So teams now just sit back, let us dominate and try to hit us on the counter. And that's why we're not scoring as many goals as we were scoring about 2 years ago, right? So this, in my opinion, Rice is not as creative as Arteta wants him to be, right? So what I will do is in some hold up. I'm not saying he's not creative. He's not as creative as Arteta wants him to be.
But he's
Now,
not a creative player.
my thinking is this:
He's a dirty job player.
change it to 4-2-3-1, right? So you are playing both Rice and Zubimendi
Zubi do.
and then what will happen is when we're attacking, one pushes forward, and that can also release Odegaard from playing to one side of the pitch. Because what happens usually is when Odegaard plays to one end of the pitch, and he's usually playing towards the Saka end of the pitch, they attract a lot of players to that end.
But don't you think that's a positional issue for someone that's meant to be your creative player
Yes,
that plays
and
more
that's
like
what I'm
a
saying.
seven. That plays
But
more
you are
like a
just
seven.
repeating the same thing I just said. If the coach changes that to 4-2, 3-1, right? It releases that out. That way
No,
it's
but
not.
even when they've tried to play him at the center, he keeps drifting to the right.
No, the reason why that will happen is because when you play him through the middle, right, he also has Rice on the other side. So there's no way it's going to drift to that side. If he drifts, he's going to run into Rice. So the way Arteta set up his team, if you look at it, they play it in boxes. So now you're going to have to rebox it. That's my point. However, I don't want us to spend all of this talking about just Arsenal and United, right? Let's talk about Liverpool as well, so
Yes,
that we
let's
don't
go.
go out.
They have spent huge this
Yes,
transfer window, and obviously we gotta first, rest in peace to a fantastic player, Diogo Jota.
absolutely,
I actually
absolutely.
loved him. It was. To be honest, it took me as a shock because that's one player that I have no beef with. He comes
Oh,
in, he
I,
scores.
I had a lot of beef with him. He used
He
to
always
shoot
scores
at
against.
Arsenal. Oh my God.
For
God
me,
rest in
for,
peace, and I hope
for,
his
for me,
family,
I
my
have I have
condolences to
I
the
have
family.
I have no beef with him. I think he was a fantastic
Oh
player of the
yes,
game.
absolutely fantastic
Is
player.
is just the unfortunate tragedy, and I
Yes.
think that's the beauty about football. Is regardless of what team you support, you got to always recognize that there are some things that are bigger than football, and
Mhm.
the whole footballing world was they were shocked. The
Yeah,
footballing
but
world
still,
was.
these guys are still human at the end of the day,
Yes, they're still
So
they're still human. That's very true. That is
yeah,
very true. But if we're looking at Liverpool, they have you see, so their case is very funny, right? So they have spent, but they are still looking very, very, very light for
yes,
reasons unknown to me. Now, look, from this information I have in front of me, right? They bought Kekes,
hmm,
Kekes, 40
yes,
million pounds.
hmm,
Florian Wirtz, according to Sky Sports, says 116 million pounds, right?
hmm,
Frimpong, 30 million pounds.
absolutely,
Georgie Mamadashvili, 29, 29 million pounds. Ugo Etiki, 79 million pounds. They brought some Amir Persky for 1.5 million pounds. We are looking at 300 million pounds right now. And still, they still look light because they've
Would you
lost
say
three attackers.
would you say they look like why? Why
They
would
do
you say
look light. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Luis, what's his name right now? Luis
uh
Diaz. Luis Diaz just left to
it's just
Bayern.
yeah,
Nunes just left to Bayern. So
yeah.
Nunes has gone to Saudi. He has gone to
Nunes
Saudi.
left, Diaz
Yeah,
left,
Nunes has gone to Al Hilal. Trent,
Jota rest in
Trent has
peace,
gone, right? Kelleher
Trent.
has gone. Kwanzaa has gone,
Okay,
right?
true. That's looking
Now,
like
if you
these
look
guys
up
still
front, so
need a
it
few
looks
more
like they
players.
spent, but they've not. So
Really,
what
really.
they just have up front is literally is pretty much still the front three of Salah, Ekitike, and Gakpo. There's no one on the bench.
Yeah.
If you look at their midfield, the only person that can come in as a forward now is Elliot. Elliot was about to leave, but I don't think they can let him go at this stage. Now, if you look at their central defense, the right back, Frimpong and Bradley.
Bradley, yes.
In the center back, it's just Kunate and Virgil. Left back is Kekes and
Yes,
Simicas.
and Gomez, I think Gomez got injured again or
So
something like that.
everyone knows Goldberg is never there the whole season.
Yeah,
He's had too many injuries.
yeah.
So if you look at the midfield, they have just Endo, Gravenberg, McAllister, Florian Wirtz, and who is the person? I think that's pretty much almost about five people. So at the end of the day, they spent 300 million, but they're still looking like plus.
Well, I really
People don't
don't
want to
care.
say
I
it,
hope they
but
continue to
call
look
it.
like.
People don't want to call it, but I'm going to say it. Salah is looking. Yes, I think age is catching it with him more because I
And
watched
Virgil as
games,
well. Virgil as
even
well.
on Virgil as well, and even
Yeah,
Kunate.
yeah.
So I don't
But why
know.
is age catching up with Konate? Konate is supposed to be a 20
No, no,
something year
no.
old.
So Konate, they're looking at him going to Real Madrid, according to what I read today. because they're looking. They say if the purchase of Magay comes through, Konate could be going to Real Madrid will come for him, which I find very interesting. But I think they have a weak point in Salah right there in the attack. Ekitike, time to adapt. Gakpo could be hot and cold. And I think this season, for me, we got to see Ancelotti system. I believe last season was Jurgen Klopp's momentum that pushed those players. Now this is going to be different. I saw the game. The community.
If they get Isak, I still don't think that solves all the problem.
No, it doesn't. So, it doesn't, because if we can remember last season, they topped the Champions League group, and the next round they were the first. They were the first to go.
Yeah.
And there's pressure on them. You won the Premier League, you got to retain it or do something. I don't know how they're going to do it. I am still trying to convince myself how they're going to do it. It might be possible, might not be possible.
So, just from my own end, I don't care. I hope they continue to look light. I hope
100%.
I hope Virgil has a bad season. Salah has a bad season.
I think we can both agree on that one. Something exactly. We can agree on.
However, but for the game, right? For the purposes of the game, enjoying the game and having good competitive season, right? I don't think they've made good purchases, in my opinion. They've gone the Galactico way, would you say?
I wouldn't necessarily say the Galactico. I think Florian Wirtz might do well. What only time will tell.
Do you think he would do well in Premier League?
So I can't. You can't necessarily judge from preseason. It looks to be sharp. It looks to be lively. It looks to be being in that 10. It looks to be the one releasing one touch, quick passing. But you know something about Premier League, it humbles you.
Exactly. When teams start getting desperate,
when teams start getting, and you know, there's something about the game that has changed. We have so many, the sports analysts, the data analysts, they are watching games. They are looking at how you're moving, what you're doing. We don't know. They're kicking off the Premier League on Friday. I know Bournemouth, they'll be come say, hey, Tyler Adams, your job is to stay on Florian Wirtz. Let's see. I don't know. We just gotta wait and see what happens. But it will be interesting to see what they do.
Okay. Let's look at one of the other contenders. Would you say City has bought well as well? I think they've gone about this transfer window quietly for some reason. Usual City, you would have all the noise, but they've gone about it very quietly. And the Tijani Reinders, is that
Tijani Reinders? Yes,
he looked good in one of the games I saw. He looked really good in one of the games I saw. Rodri is back, so that's like a new signing as well. We'll see how good he comes back from injuries.
Technically, if we look at it, they have spent about 160 million already. About 45 on Reinders, 36 on Rooney. Oh wow, I'm just saying this. They got Bertolini from Chelsea. Chelsea again.
Yeah.
Chelsea
has a lot of players to give up, man. Bro, it's a shopping spree.
Chelsea again. I'm sick and tired of. Like one of my friends comes, he says Premier League has lazy scouting. If you're looking for players, you just go to Chelsea.
Just go to Chelsea. Chelsea's like Amazon. Meanwhile, for City, don't forget the 200 million they splashed
in January. Yes, almost bring it almost about 300.
Right around the corner.
Almost bring it almost about 300 million. So they have James Trafford for 31 million and
Didn't that guy reject you guys? I thought he was going to United at some point.
No, we're not interested in him. He said he's come. He said he wants to have a revenge. He said he wants to come and revenge the United because we knocked them out of the Europa League. Hey, brother, Checky, we are waiting for you. Meet us outside. We are there for you. So there's something I was having a discussion the other day with a friend of mine, and I said it's so scary and weird that no one's talked about Man City this whole preseason. Like nobody cares where they've been. Nobody cares who they've played. Yeah. Nobody cares if they won or they lost. Nobody cares if they have injuries.
And that's dangerous in my opinion.
So I don't think that's dangerous. It's just what everybody understands. They are just not a big club. That's the honest truth.
My,
Nobody really cares about them.
my bro, you may think they are not a big club until they go on one of those 14 games winning streak.
Which I know Pep is coming up with something. And when I knew he was coming up with something was the moment he got Jurgen's club number 2. These guys are going to go some gang pressing this coming season.
Yeah.
And if you look at the players they've got, these are players that like to retain the ball. We're talking about Reinders and Nuri Cheki. These are actual ballers. When I mean ballers, these are people that know how to play
Yeah,
with the ball.
but
Like,
when you want to press, right? When you want to press, you also need the right kind of players. When Klopp was
yes,
pressing crazily in Premier League, you had Mane, you had Firmino. Those
yes.
guys will run themselves to the ground.
But
Do
bear
you
in mind,
think
they are
Haaland?
bringing in young players
What?
as well. They're also integrating young players like Oscar Bob. I think he's going to have a fantastic season.
I don't think those guys would run themselves to the ground. Same with those two players I mentioned. Doku, Bob, they will have good season. I'm not saying they won't have a great season.
Yeah, yeah.
They play well, but if you're saying pressing at the level at which you're talking, I don't see them doing that as crazy as it sounds.
I think Man City will have a good season. I think so.
What do you think? Top 4?
I think they'll always be there. Let's bear in mind.
Yeah.
There's something about City. They're always going to go on a run of 10 to 15
I mean, with
games.
Guardiola, you can't say never to, right?
And I think Guardiola too is hurt. He's hurt. That's why. But
by the way, I enjoyed every loss last season. It was
I think-
sweet.
I
I
think
was watching City games. I enjoyed every loss.
I think it's going to be interesting. There's
Chelsea,
no KDB.
Do you think Chelsea becomes the? I think, in my opinion, Chelsea is the
I think that's a very good
dark
segue.
horse
Let's
in
talk
this.
about Chelsea.
I think Chelsea is the dark horse in this.
This is the team that everybody is hating right now because
Yeah, Chelsea is the dark horse.
Maresca is doing something because there's something about winning, right?
Yeah,
Winning brings confidence, and those guys are what
they
I'll
started
say,
to win.
and they're being consistent with it. They are being consistent
The
with it.
only worry I have with Chelsea, no, it's not a worry. The only hope I have is, do you think they have an attack that would consistently drive them through games, especially when they play against, they struggled. If you watched Chelsea's games last season,
Yes,
they struggled against the smaller clubs because the smaller clubs didn't come out to play against them. They would
Yes.
just sit back and attack them on the counter. Now, Chelsea has not spent a lot on defense, if you check it out.
they haven't. They spent more after. In fact, my calculation is they spent about 250 million so far.
Exactly.
We're
In
talking
defense,
about
for their
no,
defense.
no.
That's the defense I'm talking about.
In
Most of the
defense-
players they bought were up front.
So they bought no. So the players they bought Gittins,
Exactly,
61,
up front.
João Pedro 60,
Now Pedro up front.
Delap 30,
Up
and they
front.
bought this guy in defense, Joro Hato from
Exactly.
Ajax,
So
38.5.
I'm right that they've not spent a lot. I expected that they would have tried to address the center of their defense, right?
So if you look at it, they have a lot of players in defense.
Like
Colwill,
Mhm.
Badashil,
if Chaluba is still
Tosi,
playing in your defense
Chaloba.
and Badiashile is still playing in your defense, my bro,
Let's
you are not winning the EPL.
this is where I'll call. This is the consultation or the consolation I'll give to them. They are currently the world champions, and Chelsea fans are gonna gloat for the next. And it's paining me that all of a sudden the FIFA wants to make this thing every 4 years.
So Chelsea will gloat for the next 4 years.
Every Chelsea fan, every platform I go, they say address me as the world champions. They are so intolerable. You just can't have a conversation with them.
My
Right
bro,
now,
you
they
think
are-
Chelsea fans are intolerable? Let Arsenal win something major.
no one really cares.
Just relax.
As
You
well.
haven't met intolerable yet. You
No one,
you will leave
no,
you will
no,
leave this podcast for me.
no one really cares
You
about
will leave this
Arsenal
podcast for me.
because
Just let Arsenal win something.
we all know, as I said, this is phase 7 season.
It doesn't
season,
matter whether it's
season,
phase 15 or
season
phase 19.
Arteta, season
Just let
Arteta.
us win something.
See,
And then
you see now,
you will realize,
Arsenal
you will
fans are saying,
realize how
let go,
intolerable
let go,
Arsenal
let
fans
go.
can be. Chelsea
Let-
fans
so,
will be angels.
Let me
Let's-
give you the statistics, right?
Yeah.
In Arteta's phase 7,
Yeah.
what he's won, Eddie Nketiah has achieved it in one season at Crystal Palace.
Do you realize that? Do you realize that?
Glasner
God
has achieved it in
distracted
18
because
months.
of Arteta and left the Chelsea conversation. That's how much Arsenal lives rent free
See,
in you people's head.
no,
We live
no.
rent-free.
You guys don't rent free.
Okay, would you be able
I
to
cannot
bring yourself
tolerate-
back to the Chelsea conversation? Let's see.
Yes, why not? Let's talk
Okay,
about
please
Chelsea.
go back to the Chelsea
Let's
conversation.
talk about Chelsea. They've got so many attackers, but all I want for them is give me my 50 million for Garnacho. That's all I want from Chelsea. Give me my 50 million plus 10 million in add-ons.
Why would
and we are
anyone
good.
want to buy Garnacho?
Look at he's better than Gittins.
Can you
He had more output than Gittins last
play
season.
him in United if he's better than Gittins?
No, see,
Why do
this
you want
is
to
what,
sell
this is
him?
what people need to understand. Just because you come through United doesn't mean United is your final destination.
Mm.
For all I know, if who is the left winger? Arsenal, right?
Mhm. As long as
Let's even do a deal. Let's do a deal. Let's do a deal,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Give me 45 million plus let's say give or take. Let me see what I can take off your hand. Give or take. Give me Timber plus 45 million. I give you Garnacho.
So my bro, first, Timber is worth more in the market than Garnacho today.
For
Yes.
someone, what is your opinion? Is your
That's
opinion?
one.
Let's have it.
Number
Is
two,
your opinion?
Garnacho, in my opinion, anyone that pays more than 28 million pounds,
Wow, for a player that has
Garnacho.
21 GA, for a 20-year-old, for a 20
anyone that pays,
with 21
pays more
GA,
than 20,
had more goal
I
contribution
have
than
seen
Gittins,
Garnacho
had
play.
more goal contribution than Pedro. Come
Bro,
on, come
bro,
on.
I've seen
people.
Garnacho play. I've seen Martinelli play. It's like watching twins. They
No,
put their heads on the floor
No,
and
they are
they
not
run.
twins. One, they are
That's what
not
they
twins.
do.
One, they are not twins.
One is Brazilian.
No.
One is
I
Argentine.
disagree with you. I
It's like
disagree
watching
with you.
twins play.
No.
Nobody should buy Garnacho more than 30 million pounds.
What?
30 million pounds.
If a Gittins is going for 51, me giving
If-
50 million is
If
a dash
Chelsea, I've seen Gittins play. I've seen his end product.
Arsenal
And
bought
I've seen his
Madueke for
ceiling.
52.
You know, there's also something called ceiling in players.
Arsenal bought
The
Madueke
minute-
for 52
hold on.
million.
I've
So
seen
there's
Madueke
no
ceiling.
way.
Madueke does not play with his head on the floor. Martinelli and Garnacho,
But he
they
plays.
play with
But he
their
plays.
heads on
He
the
plays with his shots on the floor. That's what he plays.
However, if Chelsea should give you 50 million for Garnacho, it is money laundering.
No, it's not money. Oh
It is
wow.
money.
So
Somebody
all the
has called
transactions,
somebody.
so
They've
all the
called themselves
transactions,
and said, you
all
know
the
what?
transactions
Let's just-
Chelsea have been doing, all the transactions Chelsea have been doing, we should be calling the federals, the feds to come and investigate, because come and explain to me how
This
Joao
one,
Felix is
this-
going for.
this
How is Joao
transaction-
Felix? How is
this
Joao Felix
transaction-
going for 43 million?
By the way, we should end this in another 1 minute. Okay.
Yes,
This
definitely.
transaction is the one that should lead to the feds investigating Chelsea. Guys, we want to thank you for
Thank you,
joining our
people.
very
Thank
first
you,
episode.
thank you so much.
This is our first test run. It'll be
And
better
this-
than this going forward.
This is where you're going to enjoy from TNT Sports.
Absolutely. And for the other clubs that we didn't touch, well, you can go and get your analysis somewhere else. Nobody cares about who you bought, who you purchased, Tottenham and the rest, Aston Villa, well, whatever. Get your analysis from somewhere else.
So we're not trying to be mean, but we have to address.
Yeah, we are trying to be
we have
mean.
to-
I'm the mean one. We
we
don't
have to
care.
address the elephant
Nobody
in the
cares
room
about
first.
you. Get
We
your
have to
analysis somewhere else.
Well, thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and look forward to our next stream. Thank you so much, and please follow us YouTube, TikTok, X, and we look to give you guys more content. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. TNT signing out.